All right, let's get started. Try to remember the waiting room. Okay, so first, let's go to Facebook. And let's go into let's do our news feed for 3 minutes. Whether it is your news feed or you can go to your recents. My recents in the morning aren't always so active, but I'm going to go in there right now. If not, I'll just go to the normal feed. But let's go ahead and do 3 minutes. Play some music for y'all. Well, this is our song that got us through bonus season last year. My heart. Don't let me stray. I just wanna stay with you. All I got is one shot, one try. One goal, nothing is beautiful. Nothing is perfect. Everything's perfect in you. Singing, oh, Lord, keep me in the moment. Help me live with my eyes wide open. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Singing, oh, show me what matters. Don't chase me after. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. What you have for me. And the promise you hold. So it's all eyes on you until the day you call me home. Singing, oh, God, keep me in the moment. Help me live with my eyes wide open. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. I don't wanna miss. Singing, oh, Lord, show me what matters. Don't pay what I'm chasing after. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Yeah. Keep me in the moment. Oh, keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. I don't wanna miss what you have for me. Keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. Oh, keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. Keep me in the moment. 'Cause I don't wanna miss what you have for me. K-Love music sounds like this. All right, now let's go into Facebook stories. Remember to interact, generally reply to messages. In Facebook, I feel like Facebook is literally not all the way across. It's like a carousel. Like before I know it, I'm back at my first person. So I just kind of do like one big swipe and then start. Um, but I think it really doesn't matter. You can literally start to the next story after yours on Facebook. But do however feels more comfortable. But let's go ahead and do this for 5 minutes. And like I said, try to generally interact. If someone's not your people, if it's been a while that you've been able to interact with them, unfriend. Don't be afraid to. I was saying this last work with me. I started when I first started this business. I had like 1,300 friends on Facebook, and in the last year, I'm down to 930 something friends because I was so used to just randomly adding within my last company. How just like just add people, add people, add people, and a lot of people just aren't my people. And it doesn't make sense to sit there and wait or try to interact with them and stick around hoping that one day they'll buy from you. You know, that's first of all sales mentality. And we're not here for that. We're here to interact. We're here to create genuine relationships. And you want people to get to know you. You want to build that connection. So they'll want to, if there's something you can help them with, they will reach out. So yeah, so now we have about 4 minutes left. Let's go ahead and knock some stories out. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. You raise me, redeem me, call me out your own. You raise me, redeem me, call me out your own. You're my strength, you're my defender, you're my refuge in the storm. Through these trials, you've always been faithful. You bring healing to my soul. I know love. I know love. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I know love now. I know you will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. Skip and Amy plus positive, encouraging music guarantees you a better morning. K-Love. Sometimes sorrow is the door to peace. Sometimes heartache is the gift I need. You're faithful, faithful in all things. In every high, in every low, mountain tops, down broken roads, you're still my rock, my hope remains. Have about a minute left. You want to wrap up that last interaction. All right. So now on Facebook, I don't know if you've already done birthdays. I should have mentioned in the beginning. By now, hopefully, you have your products on your stories too, and you've done some self development. But I'm gonna do birthdays really quick, and then after that, we can. I've been trying to do better in groups. If you're in groups, you can go into groups and just do some quick interactions in there. Um, or you can go add to your network on here. Okay, I actually don't have birthdays today. Oh yeah, and birthdays is an awesome way to unfriend people too. Like if you go to their profile and they haven't posted since their last birthday or haven't posted since last year in November, um, yeah, time to go. Or if you don't know them at all. I am not good at groups, y'all. Like, I cannot find one that's just, and I have things that I like, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. So when I add on Facebook, I honestly go to people you may know. You just have to be careful. I don't like to have more than, if I love it when it's like no mutual friends, but if not, I aim to not have no more than like 3, hopefully not 5, and of course not any thrivers, mutual friends. You don't want to dip into anyone else's network. So I'm in people you may know right now. When I click their name, I basically look at their, like, when their last post is, and if they're in their stories. People aren't in their stories as much in Facebook, I've noticed, but you know, a lot of people don't have bios really. I guess you got to click about, but whew, Instagram has been my jam lately. But yeah, so let's add it. It's birthdays and adding a little bit, so we have maybe another 3 minutes doing this. Ooh, that's a huge fish. Definitely keep your fives, your branding fives in mind when adding people. Like, I'm like, okay, she's a mom. She likes to work out. She looks like she just has a regular job. um, you know, I want to try not to have a whole bunch of other network marketers, even though it's not a bad thing. At least in my case, I have so many. So I feel like my conversion on here is a little longer. They have to see that I'm sticking to it. They have to see what makes us so different. But see, I can't find anyone I want to add on here. I'm gonna have to come back to this. But we are about to get ready to hop over to Instagram. Also, y'all, interact in reels too. Like, when you get an extra 2 or 3 minutes, like, that's when I really do my focus IPAs. When I have an extra 5 minutes somewhere in my day, you can interact in reels and add people from there. Because if someone likes a reel and you like that reel, hey, you have something in common. You may have the same sense of humor. You're interested in the same things. I noticed that Facebook is really, it's kind of retarded with the reels. It's like a TikTok. Like, they just like the funny on there. When I post the deep stuff, heartfelt stuff, or God stuff on Facebook reels, it's not really doing much. I'm posting it anyway, but yeah. Facebook reels loves the comedy part. All right, let's go to Instagram. Let's hop straight into stories. Try to scroll as far back as you can. If you get to the end, like, Instagram will show you the end of your reel feed. I mean, of your stories feed. And those are people you haven't interacted with. And as you go interacting, it'll mark them. It won't be highlighted anymore. That means you've interacted with their full story. So okay, so from now, let's do 5 minutes in the stories. I love K-Love, y'all. It's so funny.
Set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again. If we look back on the things that used to hold us down and know that Jesus has taken those things away, we would speak more freely, we would love more freely, and we would definitely walk more freely.
K-Love's Positive People, spotlighting everyday heroes in our community.
Pastor Corey Brooks is committed to ending violence and poverty in Chicago's Woodlawn community. Lately, he's sleeping in the cold on top of storage containers.
Y'all, I told my cousin that I'm doing a Zoom and she's calling me. Decline. I just got off the phone with her. My cousin's the type that's like, blah, 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 blah. She can talk all day. I'm like, girl, I gotta go. Why is she calling me?
Pastor Brooks says a new community center has the potential not only to reduce violence and poverty.
Sorry, I can't talk right now.
Transformation to as many people as possible.
My heart and desire is to just want to help people. I want to do the very best I can do.
I love seeing food on people's stuff. Oh my gosh.
Jesus will be joined.
I have another detox on the way, y'all. I'm about to go eat me a nice Honduran big old plate of food with some meat. And I'll probably do some more story interactions later as well. Never has, never will. Ooh, she's trying to buy something for me. Okay. One more minute in stories. Y'all, I see some people who have to take like, this one has 6 pills in her hand. All right, now let's go interact in our feed for like the next 3 minutes. Y'all, consistency pays off. Like lately, my reels have been taken off, and even ones that I've created months ago. Like you never know. Like don't delete a reel that didn't do good. I'm telling you. So let's interact. Never will.
Thanks for waking up with Skip and Amy on K-Love.
I count on one thing, the same God who never fails will not fail me now. You won't fail me now in the way.
What is micro influencers? I thought influencer is influencer.
It's working all things out. You're working all things out. Yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Oh, yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy all my days. Oh, yes, I will. I count on one thing. Same God who never fails, will not fail me now. You won't fail me now. In the way. Same God who's working all things out. You're working all things out. Oh yes, I will lift you high in the lowest valley. Yes, I will bless your name. Oh yes, I will sing for joy when my heart is heavy.
All right. So now let's talk about kind of like adding and cleaning up to your network on Instagram. My favorite place to go is my following. If you go to following, you can click least interacted with. I like going through there and not necessarily just unfollowing people, but clicking them and try to do a 3-2-1 on them, right? Um, you can try to do a 3-2-1 and try to get interaction from them. Um, Eventually, if they don't follow you back, you know, you can unfollow, and you can see if they follow you by clicking their following. You'll be the first one to show up at the top if they follow you. Um, and sometimes people in here are just people that you added and maybe haven't interacted yet. So that's why they're in your least interacted. Oh, see, like this girl, she hasn't posted since December 8th. She didn't even post about New Year's and Christmas. This girl gotta go. She's not on here enough. And see, this is where I get torn. She follows me. But then again, I don't see. Yeah, I can't click with her. So I'm going to unfollow. You can remove a follower also. And that's something I've been keeping in mind lately. My following has been growing a lot. Like in the last week, I've had like, I promise you, I was like at 1,700 and I'm like 2,020 something. And I would have had more, but I'm removing followers. When I see random people with like 0 posts and they're in Africa somewhere and like just like fake accounts, like I unfollow them. I don't want to just show that I have followers just to have followers, because then you're gonna have like an empty following that you cannot convert, that you cannot connect with, that, you know. So I'm trying to keep that in mind, you know, staying humble. Like it's not about just the following and the double tap. So keep that in mind also. Like it's okay to remove followers. You're cleaning up. Like you want to have a solid following, not something that's just air. So also in your following, you can click where it says sort by default. You can go to your latest following and do 3-2-1s there. Or if you're cleaning up, you can click your earliest and go in there and kind of click through. Sometimes my earliest gets hard because it's like people who I've known from like high school, or I've been following them from the beginning, and I'm like, some of them, they don't get on much, but I just keep them just kind of like they're my people and I like following them, if that makes sense. And it's okay to keep those around also. Okay, so adding to network. A big tip, your own reels that you've posted, go back into those and interact with people that maybe you haven't interacted with that commented, but also follow some people out of there. If they're liking your reels, it's for a reason. That means they buy with you in a certain type of way. And I think that's how I've been growing my network as well. Like I've had a couple of reels that are doing good. I go right back into them at least once a week, and I go through those reels and I follow people. And I honestly, at first glance, I follow those that are in their stories just to make it easier in my mind and not have to like look through them too much until I do a 3-2-1. You don't want to overthink following them. You just can, you can go to them. Maybe you can click their picture and go to their profile really quick. I see if they're posting, I see if they're in their stories, and then maybe I may look at their first post and see when the last one was, right? That'll determine whether I want to continue to follow someone. I heard a leader say, hey, I follow anyone who follows me. I try to do that, but at the same time, if someone's barely on there and they follow me, it's hindering my reach. I've noticed that the more I clean up my network and who I follow that doesn't follow me back, it helps. And then also removing someone who's just not active, like it cleans it up because it's going to show the algorithm. Like, of course, ultimately we don't want to stress the algorithm, but these are just things that I've noticed. If you if you remove people that aren't active following you, like they're your followers but they're not interacting with your post, it hurts you because the algorithm is saying, well, this person's page is not a page that people want to see. So the more I remove and the more I unfollow that don't follow me back, the more that the people that are actually interacting with my feed are clicking my stuff, right? And it makes more people, it throws you in front of more people. And that's what I've noticed. Like, I have people who comment and say, hey, I've seen you in my explore page, and I've been getting that more often. So that just lets me know that it's throwing me out there more. So Reels is a great place to follow people, interact with people, and find more of your people. Also, if you go to the Hourglass, you can search. I've been trying to search more within my city. You can type in your city's name and go to maybe tags of your city and go to there. Like, I can do New Orleans. Let me just do New Orleans life. And so first I searched New Orleans, and then I went to tags about New Orleans. You can go to your top post about New Orleans or recent. Recent I like to go to because that means they've recently been, active. Like they just got posted. Like one on here was 8 minutes ago. Um, yeah, so that's a great way to do it. Also, I'm about to end it here, guys, but just trying to give you some tips. Also, in the search, you can search something about you. Like, you can search first, like me, I'm a single mom, or like I'm trying to get fit-ish type life. You can search, you can hashtag that, or hashtag something fun that you like to do. Like, I love soccer. So let's say I hashtag soccer. And soccer leads me to grow my Hispanic community. So if I hashtag soccer life, I can go see who's recently been posting about soccer, which I need to do this more often. Here's a reel about soccer. So you can go on there and follow some people who like that reel, not necessarily the person who posted the reel, right? Because sometimes it's like these general pages, like, that have like 100K followers, but if you go maybe into their likes of that specific post or reel, and you can follow people. Another thing too, quick tip on 3-2-1s. A leader once said, like, hey, today I'm gonna go interact with people's profiles that start with what's today, a T. And they click T for Thursday, like just randomly alphabet letters, and that's a way to interact also. So yeah, once you do this more, you're gonna find your own rhythm. Like I said, my non-negotiables every day, if I don't have time, is for sure stories on Instagram and Facebook. I'm gonna do a little feed for even 2-3 minutes. And I love to go into my first story before it expires and interact with people who are already following me. Don't forget the people who are in your stories every single day. Interact with them and let them know that you see them, right? Even if you send them a message, say, hey, thanks so much for the love. I see you in my stories a lot. I hope you're having a great day. Something, right? Show appreciation. So that's all I have, you guys. I should have told you if you had questions. Let me see the chat here. Oh, Glenda, really? So your husband is Honduran? Wait, how we do what, Karen? I'm just seeing all of this.
I'll have to find it again, but it's kind of like something like what Amber does when she's like upside down on her elbows. This chick was upside down on her hands and she had her leg like bent somewhere.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm just like, WTF? Like, how do y'all do that?
I can't. I don't even. I haven't even tried. Okay, like, yeah. Oh, Glenda, that's awesome. Okay. Have Honduran children. We're awesome. All right. So thank you guys for hopping on. It's always a pleasure. Let me hit from Tegucigalpa. That's awesome. How do I end? Bam.